up ahead.
It's going to! Everyone back!
Anchor meltdown. The anchor now builds up power even faster. Using it is difficult, but discharges all accumulated focus. If the focus reaches full power, the anchor discharges uncontrollably, damaging you and your allies as well as nearby enemies. Oh dang. This is a great mechanic. Hold on.
Like this, it will kill you. Solus must help as he did at Haven.
Chuckles, who apparently works for Fen'Harel. It's always the quiet ones.
Well, I need to level up first. Oops, no, not inventory. Here we go. Oh, we need this sorely. I should have replenished before. I should have used those last potions before.
That must be where Solus is located.
Don't got time for your shenanigans, Kunari. Hold on. Whew. So now it does damage to me as well as to members of my party.
There's the big Sarabas who's always with the Vitasala.
Cerebus, Rathrol, Shokra!
Hold on, ow. And screw you in particular, my good sir. So it's either, is it like encouraging me, like, unless, like, if I lose control of the mark, it's going to damage my companions, but if I use it on my own volition, is it going to damage them, or is it just that? Oops, that was the wrong button. May not always seem like it, but sometimes I actually know what I'm doing. How do I get up there? Oh, derp. There's an incline. Oh, no, 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 no.
That's not good!
I wasn't paying attention. See, that's what's gonna be my downfall, is like I'm going to not realize that it's going to I'm not gonna realize that it's time for me to use that trait. Wow, I caused so much destruction with this. Everything. Oh, hi. You're still up. I thought I killed him. Long bridge. Come on. Hold on, I keep hitting the wrong one. And kablamo. And heyo. Ow. Come on. And screw you guys. that. Threw me off a bridge, which is lovely. I need this in my life. Everybody drink up. For tonight we die.
The big guy's headed
Ow.
our way.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, don't give me that he's immune. Don't even. You give me the most powerful thing and then it doesn't work against the ones who count. Ow. Sheesh.
Be ready. They have reinforcements.
Bam. And I completely missed. And I'm dead. Again. What happened? Where am I? There I am. Hold on. And Sophie's down again. And Vivian can't be bothered to pick her back up. And now Cassandra's dead.
Their pet mage has gone mad.
Barabbas! Barabbas! You will not leave here, Inquisitor. Antam, Ibrasha Gadim!
Holy crap, how do we already only have 2 potions? Is it time for dragon strats? Keep Vivian alive at all costs. Hold on. Oh, yes. Sandra, you need the other one. And now time to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Okay, it was just standing there like, I'm just gonna let this happen. I see no point. I'm just a lowly Kunari guard. Can't be bothered. Well, I'm dead now. So, I guess none of that really matters. But I'm really unclear as to when that actually is going to damage. think if you go too long without discharging it, then it happens. Hold on. Hold on, I'm in the thick of it. Why did that stop me from... There we go. I've been wanting to use that move for a while and it hasn't worked. I can do that, but I don't know what it would do for me. Hold on. Now. Hold on. My mark's about to blow again. It's getting close. I'm just gonna discharge it real fast, just in case. Jeez, how far away is Solus?
You are dead, Inquisitor. Your soul is dust.
Why are you so full health? I was still damaging him there for a second, even though he wasn't actually there.
Back me up.
Come on. Didn't mean to do that. Not that it does any good. Why is there a shade here? What are you doing here? Silly shades. Is that damaging him at all? Or is he immune to this as well? Why was I thrown so far away? Come on, come on. Come on. The heck on. I just want this to be over. I know I'm supposed to die, alright? Just... I got up to level 23 already. Come on. Accept your fate, mate. Why are there two of them?
Hurting him. Use your mark.
I can't. There we go. So then the mark worked. Okay. Compelling gameplay. So the Kunari have turned to stone. I'm gonna have to fight Solus, aren't I?
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
Maraskata!
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Kunari to trouble me no further.
Solus.
That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
You bet I have questions. Sheesh. But I have to end this session. This is anticlimactic. But I have to go eat lunch now. So I will be back. Well, this soundtrack is beautiful. We're back after lunch and... Get out of here, fly. No one likes you. Okay, but anyway, yeah, we're back. I have many questions, including you work for Fen'Harel.
I believe you're an agent for someone who has taken the name Fen'Harel.
The Kunari reject myth and legend. If you told them of your meeting with Mythal, they would attribute it to a demon. I am no one's agent but my own. I fear that the truth is much simpler and much worse than the Kunari believe.
You're Fen'Harel.
I was Solus first. Fen'Harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The dread wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. You also know the burden of a title that all but replaces your name.
I saw the stories as we traveled through the Alluvians. Are they true?
They are closer than the Dalish legends, though still prone to making me into something more than I am.
I'm so sorry, Solus. What you've seen, I can't imagine.
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me Fen'Harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever. Thus I freed the Elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evanurus would have destroyed the entire world.
You banished the false gods. You didn't kill them.
You met Mythal, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evanurus are banished forever. paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
You said that the elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythal. A crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evanuris.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
How did creating the Veil destroy the world?
You saw the remains of Via Dethara. The library was intrinsically tied to the Fade, and the Veil destroyed it. There were countless other marvels, all dependent on the presence of the Fade, all destroyed. Your legends are half right. We were immortal. It was not the arrival of humans that caused us to begin aging. It was me. The Veil took everything from the elves, even themselves.
The Evanuris were elven mages. How did they come to be remembered as gods?
Slowly. It started with a war. War breeds fear. Fear breeds a desire for simplicity. Good and evil, right and wrong, chains of command. After the war ended, generals became respected elders, then kings, finally gods. The Evanuris.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I woke still weak a year before I joined you. My people fell for what I did to strike the Evanuris down. But still, some hope remains for restoration. I will save the elven people, even if it means this world must die.
Why does this world have to die for the elves to return?
A good question, but not one I will answer. You
Of
have
course
always shown
not.
a thoughtfulness I respected. It would be too easy to tell you too much. I am not Corypheus. I take no joy in this. But the return of my people means the end of yours. It is my fight. You should be more concerned about the Inquisition. Your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
Yes, I'm sorry. And we are almost out of time. The mark will eventually kill you. Drawing you here gave me the chance to save you. At least for now.
Well, we're right back into the thick of it where I don't know what I should do. Right back into the whole make a life-changing decision. So it sounds like Solus wants to destroy the world again, or destroy at least the world of the elves. Which I don't really want to do, which means we should stop him. Or we try to convince him to change his plan, which he probably won't. Get away, Fly. Seriously, you're bugging me. Pun not intended, but appreciated, I guess. I'm going with this. I hope I don't regret this.
If I live, I'm coming to stop you.
I know. Take my hand. I'm sorry. Live well, while time remains.
Well, that wasn't nearly as violent as I thought it would be. He just punched me in the hand, and that was it.
agree something must be done, but we cannot lose the Inquisition now. We stand on the brink of war with the Canary.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Canary spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, you would not be alive to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Wait, did I lose my arm? Yes.
All know what this is?
I did lose my arm.
From Divine Justinian authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. You're right, Altegan, we are dangerous. We've been deceived and we've made mistakes. You're right as well, Duke Cyril. These are the growing pains of a young organization in need of guidance. But you would both have the Inquisition bow to your agenda, and that is precisely what we cannot do. The Inquisition will act as Divine Victoria's personal honor guard. Answering directly to her, we will transition from a military force into a peacekeeping organization. My own adventuring days may be done, but the Inquisition and its mission will continue.
I lost an arm. Is there a way to avoid that? One by one, everybody leaves. But Cullen will stay with me. Well, still fun. Still a great story. Frustrating puzzles, as always. Oh, over the next several months, the Inquisition carefully gave many orders of duties to be had. Am I advancing this somehow? Oh, as a Divine's personal guard and peacekeeping force, the Inquisition shrank to a more manageable size. Many who had served went home, though the remaining force was strong enough to give pause to any who might threaten the Divine's plans. Seriously, Fly, you're bugging the heck out of me. Those who served the new Inquisition were tested and checked thoroughly in hopes of ferreting out any more spies within its ranks. But the dragon's breath disrupted and the new hope of swift victory dashed, the Canary retreated back to the north. Few knew what debates waged in Parvolan, but not long after the Exalted Council, the Canary launched new attacks against Tevinter. Their aggression caught the already unstable Imperium off guard. Tevinter was soon mired in a war that many feared could spread across Thedas. The Exalted Council remained intact, advising Divine Victoria on important matters, Cassandra served for several years. While she often disagrees with Liliana's policies, the former right and left hands of the Divine shared a mutual respect and worked well together. Cassandra disagreed with a lot of things, though, to be fair. The end of the Inquisition, as it had been, sent shockwaves through the College of Enchanters. Madame de Fer ably played on the mage's fears. Seriously, fly! This is ridiculous! Her followers united to build a new circle, and Vivienne is its Grand Enchanter in direct competition with the college. Where the circle lacked in numbers, they made up for in political connections. Soon they were a force to be reckoned with. The two institutions settled in uneasy coexistence across the south, vying for power. I don't know why I said vying. After the exalted council, Leliana devoted herself to the Sunburst throne and her dream of reshaping the Chantry. Within a year, she removed restrictions surrounding the Chantry priesthood, allowing men and women of all races to be initiated and ordained. Sorry. I have a little something in my throat there. This decree was followed swiftly by her decision to return to the Canonical of Chardon to the canonical chant, a move that divided Andrastrians deeply. A rebellion to renounce her and return the Chantry to its former state arose, being the first in Orlais and then spreading to other parts of Thedas. As quickly as it began, the rebellion faltered. While most agreed that the rebellion collapsed due to infighting, some whispered that the Divine herself engineered its failure. It's Liliana we're talking about here, so let's be honest. The rebellion fractured into a number of separate cells, some of which limped on for several months before disappearing into obscurity. Liliana continued her open affair with the hero of Ferelden. She was often seen by the Divine's side. Oh, that's nice. Eventually, Divine Victoria decreed that all members of the Chantry, from Initiate to Divine, would be allowed to engage in romantic relationships. Liliana's making a lot of changes here. I like where this is heading into uneasy music. When questioned, the Divine pointed to Andraste, who served the Maker while wed to a mortal spouse. In time, many in the Chantry came to accept the Divine's decree that love is the Maker's best gift and is infinite. Sarah left the Inquisition with scarcely more ties than when she began, disappearing back into her confusing weave of favors and friends. After seeing the world brought to the brink of arrogance and pride, it was a blessing to return to normal, however a strange normal it might be. Varric took the role of Viscount, and with the help of friend Hawke, rebuilt Kirkwall's damaged infrastructure. Yes, Hawke is back! Hawke didn't die in Wysept or whatever the heck it was. Under his rule, the city-state finally resumed its place in the major trade hub of the Free Marches. He continued to ignore all mail from both the Merchants Guild and the Prince of Starkhaven. With the Inquisition in its new role, the Bull's charges returned to taking jobs throughout Orlais and Ferelden. While fighting demons and clearing out the remaining Venatori forces, the Iron Bull did his part to restore order in Thedas. Good for the Bull! This is the first one that's Varric, and then that and everything. After the Inquisition transitioned to a peacekeeping role, Cullen and the Inquisitor were able to spend more time together. That does not look like Cullen. Cullen continued to serve as a commander of the Inquisition's forces, aiding the Inquisitor in service to Divine Victoria. That is, after a long overdue visit to Cullen's siblings, who were overjoyed to meet their new sister-in-law. Dorian returned to Deventer to take his father's place in the Magisterium. As rumors flew about the Imperium's infighting, Dorian was spoken of often as a voice of resistance against corruption. Along with Magister Maervius Tilani, he formed a group called the Lucirni to restore and redeem Deventer, a fight many thought hopeless. After erasing the Inquisition's transition into the Chantry, Josephine returned to Antiva and her family. Easing the Inquisition's transition. Sorry. In a few years, Josephine's parents stepped down and Josephine became the official head of House Montilier. She devoted her time to managing the estate's finances and navigating the social whirl of Antiva. Cole took to the road with Meriden to find a new life and a new way to be human. Wherever Meriden went to sing, people found old pains eased and hearts made happy, even if they didn't understand why. After the events at the Winter Palace, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances and elven servants across Thedas. Yeah, I completely fell apart on that sentence. None could say where they went, but those who believed the Inquisitor's story about Fenharal Wonder just how large the Dreadwolf's forces were. And what the ancient elf rebel had planned. Forever marked! So why the dramatic music?
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
Maintaining the Inquisition, even as a peacekeeping force, leaves us vulnerable to agents of the Dread Wolf.
But also gives us the strength to respond.
We will need to be careful.
Solus knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work, our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will stop Solus, by any means necessary.
Oh my gosh! Really? Teventer? Okay, that was the first thing that really threw me for a loop. I did not see that one coming. Please let there be a Dragon Age 4 now. I want this in my life. Can you imagine a Dragon Age game? Like, I don't know how they would manage to do this, but if they did a Dragon Age 4 in which you could play, like, as a party, have the Inquisitor, the hero Ferelden, and the champion, like, the Warden, Hawk, and the Inquisitor all in one. I don't know if they could, like, program that, because there's so many conditions where the hero could have died in the first game, and then Hawk could have died in this game. Like, there'd be so many provisos, but, oh my gosh, that could be... Well, it's usually like... My mind is racing right now. I'm trying to think, that would be a great... I want that game. Even though I don't know how the heck it could ever work. And they did kind of... well, maybe... There was always the proviso, because if you romanced Leliana in the first game and the hero dies, then there's like a little splash screen during the epilogue that said something about Leliana thought she would see the hero again. And then in this game, if Hawk dies, it says Hawk might die or will likely die, but not will die. So what if there's provisos that both the characters, even if they die in the story, could actually return in the next game? I want this to happen. Like, that was, like, I predicted a lot of what was going to happen in this, not actually knowing what was going to happen. And I was right about a lot of my predictions. But that last one with Teventer threw me for so many loops. I didn't see that one coming. I'm like, that actually got me excited. Like, more excited than anything else in this DLC did. I want it. I want it.
All this shit is weird. Oh, Verk, that is a terrible title. What are you even thinking? The sky churned like a rolling sea on a dark and stormy night, centered on a gaping hole that led to the arse end of nowhere. A hole that spit up many things that day, comets, demons, and a whole lot of trouble. It's about the Inquisition.
Okay, I'm gonna keep recording the credits if there's more stuff like this in there.
The din of the tavern cut the silence like it owed the carter money. In the middle, in her element, Red Jenny. She looked me up and down, mostly down. "Not playing, weirdy," she said, gesturing with and dismissively eating a sandwich. "Don't write that. Seriously, piss up a robe." Sarah made the subtext text, which suited me fine. court enchanter swirled into the room like a drop of beautiful poison spreading in a wineglass. She sized me up with a glance. "I'm so glad you made it, my dear," she said. "I am Madame de Fer, the most terrifying person you shall ever meet." Liliane enfolded Alphonse in an embrace as warm as a serpent's kiss. "I always knew I could count on your support." The Count did not feel the bite of her poisoned dart until it was too late. "Even if it requires your death." Drops of rain glistened on the griffin medallion grasped tightly in Blackwall's hand. "The silverite wings of valor, they mean nothing." He flung the medal to the cold and uncaring ground. "You don't know what I've done. You don't know me." So romantic. Cole moved like a shadow that also moved like a knife, a shadow wearing a hat where dreams came to die. "It's a riddle," he whispered. "A cold riddle that gnaws at your mind, but you'll feel better when it's gone." That makes as much sense as anything Cole says. "Do you place your herald above the law, Ambassador?" "Whose law, my lady?" Josephine's eyes glittered like angry opals. "The law destroyed by rebellion, by civil war, by poor fiscal management. We are the law." We left our mark on adamant, but the dust hadn't settled, and neither had Harding. "I can offer you a drink, if I catch your meaning." "If you'd caught my meaning, you'd have offered a double." What is even happening here? The Iron Bull was a great slab of muscle with horns that could hang a tapestry. One eye scanned for threats, while the other hid behind an eye patch like a chantry sister's old sins. "Come on," he barked, not looking back as he entered. "The dancer with the great rack comes on in 5. That is spot on, actually. The commander had the look of a Templar who had seen the worst of humanity, yet still had the time to style his hair. "This isn't just a war," he said, his gaze steely like a dull blade. "It's the only war." "Cullen! That's Cullen!" The mage wore a class of handsome sneer cultivated by 1,000 years of Tevinter elitism. "The name's Dorian," he glared. "Dorian. Spell it right, you marble-headed lump, or it's toad time." A toad? That's hardly credible.
I'm 90% sure the credits are looping, but I want to hear what Cassandra's reading.
The bold elf spun, mage staff crackling like the city after a good man's murder. "You're crazy!" the Red Templar cried in terror. Moonlight glinted off ears like the knives you never see coming. Better to fade out than burn away. Ugh, Varric. Wait, where am I? I don't... Oh, here it is. The Seeker clutched at my vest, her tears as desperate as they were pitiful. Varric, I was wrong about everything, she sobbed. Could you find it in your noble heart to forgive me? That dwarf, he put me in the book! I'm in the book! I am reading the shit out of this!
To all who have played Dragon Age Inquisition, who laughed, cried, and reached out on social media, who made fan art and comics and cosplay and jokes, thank you. Dragon Age Inquisition was a labor of love. Without you, it would never have been possible. Your support and your passion touched us deeply, and we hope that, in some small way, this game touched you as well. Bear your blade and raise it high, the Dragon Age team. I felt more giddy and excited about the entire ending of that than I did the entire thing, which I think made it like 10 out of 10, best game.